Looks like looks like we're live. Looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. Let me get this camera right. Happy Wednesday, April 7th. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. And this is part four, or I should say, mistake number 4 out of 5 that mistakes runners make that often delay healing and keeps them from running pain free. So these I've been going over these the past, let's see, this is the fourth week, and this is something I see over and over again with my clients, my patients. Heck, I've even made these mistakes myself. So, just learning through my own mistakes and then learning from others. I wanted to share with you guys to know the appropriate things to do, when you're dealing with injuries, pain, and everything. There's so much stuff out there. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Google, you can go on Instagram. There's so many, you can read articles, so many options. So I just wanted to simplify it and just help you guys so you can continue to run injury and pain free. So just to kind of recap, the first common mistake was too much stretching or overstretching. Second mistake was relying on special tape, braces, or other forms of support to fix your problem, whether that's ankle, knee, whatever, wherever the injury is coming from. Third mistake was when you rest, then you run, then you rest again, and then you run still with pain. So that's a big one, a common one I see too. Resting to get out of pain. And then the fourth one we're going to talk about today is continuing to run through pain. So this is a biggie. This is probably this might be the most common one with runners. Those other three, especially stretching and braces. I see that with other types of injuries, but runners, this is the hardest thing for us to do, to stop running, right? And especially when there's pain, there's injury, and I see it all the time. Well, let me start with a story. So, I was training for a marathon. Actually, my first marathon started in November, and it was going great. I was uh, just building up my miles, building a solid foundation. By the way, if anyone comes on, if you when you come on, just let me know that you can hear me. And then if you're on the live or replay, just let me know. Um, so yeah, so I was training for a marathon back November, December, and then even January, building up my miles, building up my base, building up my foundation, and it was going well. It was going well until I ran about 8 miles, and that the last couple of miles, I got hit with some bad knee pain, specifically outside knee pain or lateral knee pain. And I was running in a group, and I was one of the group leaders, so I didn't want to show any weakness. So I continued to run for the next mile or two in some pretty bad pain, pretty bad discomfort. My running gait was all off, and I just did not want to show weakness. So because of that, because I made that mistake, I had to stop my training. So I was looking forward to these runs every week, group runs, as we're training for the marathon. So I had to stop those. I was injured. It hurt just to walk, hurt to go downstairs. It hurt for a couple of days after that, and then after that, after kind of going through that initial injury, I I would make gains, but then I would always, I'd always still run through the injury, run through the pain. I would always kind of put my physical therapist cap on and just well, I put physical therapy cap slash. Honestly, I did not know how to be a patient. I was a horrible patient. I thought people I've treated in the bad were bad patients, but I took it to another level. um, so yeah, I continued to run through the pain because running was my outlet. It was cold. It's wintertime in Chicago. It was the one thing that could just kind of get me positive, get me in good outlook, um, the habit that kind of served other habits. But but because I kept running through the pain and injury, it has caused my rehab to last a lot longer. So, if I would have followed directions, my own directions, and then, I even had to seek outside help because I was not listening to myself, even though I've treated people with the same injury, I caused it to linger a lot longer. So it happened in January, and I'd say it was a solid 2 months. I still deal with it a little bit, but I was able to run 3 miles without pain. So it is improving. And this goes actually to my second point. So the pain can start small, or the injury can start small, but it will get much worse if you can continue to run. Bottom line is, if you run through pain, it will not fix the situation. So that's the main thing. So whatever you have going on, running through it's not going to fix it. It's going to exacerbate it more, and honestly, it's going to keep you out from running longer. Where you could do the appropriate things. Say you have injury, do the appropriate things. Maybe you're only out for a week or 2 or 3, whatever the injury is. Then you can get back to pain-free, injury-free running. Versus why just keep pushing it? Run like if the pain's still mild, doesn't go any more out of 4 to 10, but you keep going, keep going. So maybe you can run a 5K with very minimal pain. But what happens if you try to run a half marathon? That's when the body will really tell you what's going on. Again, and I always like to use this phrase. So running doesn't cause injuries; it only exposes injuries. So the science of running, it's going to really your body's going to tell you what you need to do. And again, continue to run through the pain is not the answer. Rest is not the answer. Rely on special tape, braces, other forms of support is not the answer. And then too much stretching or overstretching is not the answer. I'll go over the fifth mistake next week, so stay tuned for that. But that goes to my second point that I wanted to hit. So for some conditions, this is kind of how I've been in the past month during my rehab, past 4 to 6 weeks. So certain conditions, it's okay to run up to the point of pain, as long as this pain doesn't last for a few days, as long as it's not lingering for the next few days. That's okay. And of course, the conditions are different. That's where you need a specialist, an expert to help you with what those conditions are that either there's certain conditions that you should not run at all without pain. There's other conditions that you can run up to the point of pain. And of course, it has to do with your return to run program, et cetera, et cetera. So that's just when you need an expert to help you with those things. Um, so those are the two big things. And I just see it so frequently with patients, with clients, with friends, family, with myself, that we just always want to run through the pain because we're like, oh, running's my running's my one thing to help with my mindset. My running's my one thing to help with my anxiety, my stress, my depression, my maybe some marital problems are going on, or maybe the work's very stressful. Whatever it is, like running just the outlet to kind of stabilize all that stuff. So it's really, well, two things. One, you truly you truly um you truly learn, when you're on the shelf, that you need some other things. You can't just rely on one thing. For example, running, you need to kind of stabilize everything, and then and not just rely on the running. So that was the first thing. What was the other point I was gonna hit? Um, what was Oh, yeah, and then so when you go through pain or injury, it teaches you to stabilize multiple areas of your life. but also it dang, I just lost the thought again. I lost the thought. It'll come back. It'll come back. But this was the point. So if it's your one thing, or if it's it's a huge thing in your life, why continue to try to run with pain or injury, which is kind of helping you, but still affecting your mentality? Because you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, I feel like I do need help, but it's not, the pain's not bad yet. So why just do that to yourself, pretty much, when you can address it, get to the point pain, injury free, and then you can run, do the things you love, and then just really help stabilize things. So yeah, that's mistake number four. Hope that helps. And reach out if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you're on the live. Tell me hashtag team live. If you're on the replay, type in hashtag team replay. So reach out to me via comment or direct message. We'll go from there. Happy, safe running. Take care, guys.